Today we're joined by a man who is no stranger to Beaver Stadium, no stranger to Penn State football fans, Bobby White, to talk about all the exciting things happening. You can see the rendering behind us of the new West Side at West Shore home field at Beaver Stadium. Bobby, we always appreciate the time. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you're going through the experiences right now of seeing the revitalization of West Shore home field at Beaver Stadium. I remember, certainly watching highlights of you playing at Penn State. What was your experience like as a student athlete? Why did you choose to come to Penn State? And then what was your experience like when you were a student athlete here?
As a young prospective high school student athlete, doing my thing over in Western Pennsylvania, it was a very important choice because I had to find some place where I was going to be comfortable. Some place that in my gut I felt comfortable with what was being shared with me, the kinds of discussions and conversations we were having. And the Penn State staff, Coach Paterno and his wife Sue and the entire staff did an incredible job of getting me comfortable and convincing me that if I came here with the goals, dreams that I had, that I could be successful here in this environment.
Let's reflect on the last major revitalization of the stadium in 2001 and what it meant at that time, because you were a major part of that process, the south end zone, the south decks that were added. Why was premium seating introduced, and what was the response like back then in 2001?
Well, I think, again, projects such as the one that you're alluding to are very important in propelling the program forward. And I think administrators, both centrally over in Old Main and both athletically, they were looking for new ways to continue to fuel and to, nurture all of our programs, the entire department, and that was just one of those ways to do that. Premium seat was at the heart of that.
What lessons did we learn as Penn State from that first foray into premium seating 25 years ago now?
Well, I think we learned that it was something that our fans were hungry for, they were interested in. It was new to all of us, so it took a little while for it to take to where it is today, but it got off to a really nice start. And once people became familiar with it, and became comfortable with utilizing it, it really has taken on nicely, and now we're ready for that next phase.
So what do you think of when you see these renderings, when you've gotten to work through this process with everyone, when you see the new West Side, what are your feelings?
It's time. We're overdue.
What response are you seeing from the West Side premium seating?
I think it's been very well received. The initial reaction has been very positive. Both levels of our suites, right? And our founder suites and our executive suites, the loge seating has been very well received, and now we're right in the heart of dealing with both the Skylar, right, and the Marzano clubs, and we're off to a good start there as well.
What makes this evolution worth it for our dedicated, loyal, passionate Penn State fans?
Well, I think the main thing is for people who truly love their university, they love their athletic department and support of our student athletes. It's a tremendous opportunity for everybody. I mean, the fan themselves can make use of some of the blessings that they've earned out in the private sector to continue to enjoy what they love, which is Penn State football, and at the same time support the program, support our athletes, and enjoy watching them perform in comfort.
The premium and club experience is just part of the West Side revitalization. What about for all of our fans? The opportunities that they're going to have that come about from this project?
That's a big part of it, as was the last time. I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize that first renovation 25 years ago of $120 million at the time was all inclusive. I mean, all of those entry gates, all of the signage, all of the landscaping, the mezzanine, right? The club, the suite, the recruits lounge, right? The replay clocks. All of those things in that last expansion was to improve the game day experience for everyone coming to Beaver Stadium. And what we're going into right now is no different.
Bobby, this allows you to elevate that comfort, the amenities, the benefits, some of the things you enjoy in your living room to be a part of that Beaver Stadium experience. How does this elevate the experience in a variety of ways for our fans?
For those who have that mentality of possibly staying at the house, right? This is going to make it tough to do that because not only are we able to match anything you're going to enjoy in your home, but there's going to be some additional add-ons to that. So you need to be here. You need to be a part of this. The virtual world is one thing. Television, remote, your couch, that's one thing. But you know, the real thing, there's nothing like it, right? And so I can think of instances when I was a player here, things were so intense in certain situations over there in goal line stands where you can feel the vibration from the stands in the ground while you're down on your stance. I mean, you don't get that at home, right? So it's all those little things, even just the cracking of the pads, the sounds of the collisions that are taking place. Those things you can't get from TV.
As you're going through that process and hearing what some of the great options are for fans, just depending on what level of premium seating they may end up in, what are some of the things that you hear that excite you most?
Whoa. Well, I tell you, the one thing that's different now than last time is we actually have, in each of these categories, multiple options for people to choose from, right? I mean, the fact that you have founder suites, which is one level, right? And then you have a very nice option with the executive suites, which is a different product on a different level. Same thing with loge. You know, you have loge on the 50, you have some loge down in the south, west corner, right? Two different options within the same product. Same thing with club seats. I mean, in the past we had the Mountain Indy Club, which has been very well received, very well used, very well subscribed to, but now you have the Schuyler Field Club, right? You have the Marzano Club, 20,000 square feet in the Field Club, 50,000 in the Marzano Club. So there's all these various options now that fans have to choose from in addition to what we already have.
Along those same lines, what is your message to current season ticket holders at West Shore Home Field at Beaver Stadium?
I would say right now, if there was one thing I would say to them, because all of this is new, it's slowly being unveiled, I would encourage them to continue to pick up the phone, continue to call us, continue to inquire, ask questions, and explore, because there's a lot of options there, and there's a lot of questions that they need answers to, and we're willing and able to give them those answers.
I want to come back to a topic to wrap it up that we started with. What makes that venue so special on a Saturday?
Well, I think for me, from the first time I laid eyes on it, and back in our day, we had an adjective that we used to describe it, and it was the big gray battleship, right? And that big gray battleship has taken on a little bit different form over the years, but it's still the same old gray battleship, and there's a lot of tremendous memories that have taken place in that space.
Bobby, it's always great to catch up. We appreciate you sharing all this great information with our fans here at Penn State and to hear some of your great stories through the years as well. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.